Hello everybody, welcome back to another live video. Today's live video is going to be about the FiFine Amplitank Tank 3, and it's a USB XLR microphone. And I'm going to put it up against the previously reviewed FiFine K669D. If you're looking for a dedicated review in that, I'll put the link somewhere in the description. And I'm monitoring my audio with the FiFine H8 Studio Monitor headphones. So that's the three products that I'm going to be showing off on this video. Now, if you're wondering why, maybe you are, doubtful, but maybe you are wondering, how can I not see these live videos when they are live? Well, the reason why that is because I record them live and then I make them unlisted on YouTube. So just in case anything untowards happens on the stream that I don't want to be live, I just I do them unlisted and then I'll make them go public a little bit later on once I've reviewed them, because I can generally never get some quiet time in my house. There's always somebody in and out this room, and I generally that's the reason. Basically, I want to make sure that I've got a completely video that is free of maybe family members that I don't want to be showing on screen, and I don't have to edit it all out and blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. So that's the reason. Anyway, that gives you an idea of what this microphone sounds like, because the whole time you've been listening to me on this here, the FiFine Amplitank Tank 3 XLR USB microphone, and at the moment you are listening to it on the XLR preset, the XLR function of this microphone, and I've put it through my Rode Streamer X, and there's no processing on it whatsoever. None, no processing whatsoever. If you want to actually hear a little bit of processing, I can turn the processing on now. This is it now with a little bit of processing. So it does actually make a bit of a difference, and this is how it sounds if you wanted to use a similar setup to what I've got right now from the Rode system. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the processing. That's the processing off now, and a little bit later on, in fact very, very shortly, I'm going to put it up against this FiFine K669D, and that is a dynamic microphone, and it was reviewed very well. It sounded really, really good. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tell you a little bit about these headphones that I've got here. These are the FiFine H8 Studio Monitor headphones. As you can see, they're very well priced. They're very good price-wise. I've got nothing to qualm about them. I actually think they're a bit of a bargain at that price, because they're a little bit of a copy of these here. These are the Sony MDR 7506s. Okay, you'll see them in many studios around the world. I've had them for quite a few years. As you can see, they look a little bit battered here. I'm getting all kind of tangled up with all these. That's the one problem I do have with this is, these Sonys, is I've got a massive big cord like this. These FiFine H8s, not too bad actually. It's a much shorter cord, but you can see that they look very similar. These are slightly bigger, but very much the same kind of design. So I'd pretty much say that it's a copy. I reckon these are definitely a copy of the Sony MDR 7506s, if I've said that right. The difference between though is that you get two different cords, and they are detachable here, so they come out like that, and you can put the other set in, which basically it's a 3.5mm jack in there, and then you've either got a 1/4 inch jack or a 3.5mm jack, and that's what they look like there. So yeah, as I said, for the how well they're priced and what you get, I think I could recommend them. They are, sound-wise, they sound, they've got a little bit of bass to them actually. They've got a little bit of bass to them, so I don't think they're completely flat. in studio monitor wise, but they sound pretty good and they're comfortable. They do get hot on a hot day, but I think that's the nature of all these kind of headphones anyway. But they do sit very well, and they're very, very comfortable. Right, so that's the headphones out of the way. I'm not going to talk about them anymore. I want to talk about these microphones. So as I say, you've been hearing this one the whole time, right? So I'm now just going to do a quick comparison onto this microphone here. And like this microphone here is like a tank. It's very, very well constructed. And see these knobs here? These knobs, I don't know if you can see them on the screen actually. Let's see, I can do that. And then do that. So you see the knobs there, there for the USB function, so you can actually monitor using the USB function. The headphone jack just goes in the bottom of the microphone. God, I can't see it. Right there. That's where it goes, right there. Right. Let's get on with the comparison now with the K669D. And while you're waiting, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to transfer you over to another microphone just above my head. Right, so now you hear me just above there. So, right, let's see. Let's get this taken apart here. And the good thing about this is that it is... I'll just show you just in a second if I can get this off. Is that it's got two different threads on it. I'm going to try and see if it focuses. There you go. See, it's got two different threads on it. So doesn't matter what your boom arm has got. It will take that thread. Right. Get this put on now. Okay. Right, let's see. I'm going to swap over now. And now you're hearing the K669D. And it sounds, I think it sounds very, very good considering their price. And that's what I said in my original review. And price has got a lot to do with these, because this K669 here, this one here, is very well priced. I think it only comes in about £35 roughly, 36, something like that. And that's where this one differs, because this is going up to about the £90 or the £99 region. So at that price, this has got a lot of competition, albeit you've got the USB function as well. That's something that I'd want to talk about actually is, why would you need the use of USB/XLR? I used to have one before, many years ago, and the reason why is because I was always using USB microphones, and then I wanted to go, and then maybe later on, what I would do is I would then, just turn it up a little bit, I would then maybe venture into the XLR world, and I've got a microphone to go along with that. But that was quite, I mean, it was less than this one here, than the Tank 3. I'm not going to mention the name, because I've actually forgotten it. But it worked really well. And, well, what I was going to say is that the prices of really good dynamic microphones like this one here have gone drastically down. So when I was buying those microphones, you know, an XLR microphone was well over £100. Now you can get really good microphones for about £30 or even less than that. I've actually got an upcoming video for a microphone even cheaper than this one. This sounds fantastic. So that's when the price point comes into play, when it comes to this microphone. And I'm now just going to go back to, because I realise I've been talking quite a lot on the K669D. So I'm just going to switch back over to my overhead mic. Right, so you get what I'm trying to get at is the fact that what was really, really good about the FiFine K669D, the one I'm just taking off here, is the price. The price was fantastic, and it's built like a tank. It was an absolute bargain. Now, because of the price of this one, the Tank 3 is that little bit dearer. In fact, more than double the price. That's why it's harder. It's harder to recommend it. I'm not suggesting that it's a bad microphone. Nothing like that at all. As you can hear, it sounds pretty good. Now you're back onto it now. It sounds pretty good, doesn't it? So it's not that this is a bad microphone. It's not that it's really bad at rejecting plosives. Peter pecked a pipe of pickled peppers. It's not particularly great. I mean, it's not rubbish. It's not perfect, what I'm trying to say is, but it's still not bad either. It's not that at all. It's the fact that you're up against a competition that's really, really good, and it's made from the same company. So you could actually buy a USB microphone and this for the same price as this. So you could actually have two and then decide to sell one later on. That's where it becomes a little bit harder to recommend it. I'm not saying I wouldn't recommend it because it's a fantastic, it sounds great, it's good. But that's where it becomes harder to recommend it just solely based on the price. If this was £30 less or $30 less, I think then we're talking, yeah, why not? Maybe. But again, you can get two of these, one of these and a USB microphone for a lot less than this, and that's why it's hard to recommend. I think I've gone on enough about that actually. One thing I have found out about this though is this doesn't have a shock mount. So that's me just thumping on the desk there. So I don't know if you can hear that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap on this boom arm here. Now that really is significant, I think. So if you aren't going to be using this, then you have to watch either, well, you've got to watch touching the boom arm. It's that simple. So yeah, yeah, as I said, it's not that this is a bad microphone, nothing like that. No, it sounds good. It sounds really good, especially if you had a little bit of processing to it. So let's do that now. There we go. So now we've got that little bit extra processing. You know, it really does sound really good. It really does. It sounds really nice. And I think you'd be very, very happy if you had this on your stream and you didn't know anything else about any other microphone and you just went along with it. It's absolutely fine. But I think you can get the same out of this. I didn't actually use any processing on this one. So yeah, let's do that. I know we're doing a little bit of hitting about, swapping about, but yeah, if you've got the time, I've got the time. Let's do it now. Right, so I do have quick change where you can just quickly change adapters for these things, but I've stopped using them. I should really have used them for this video, I suppose. But there we go. I wasn't expecting to do this amount of swapping about. I haven't got that on right. Oh, no. Disaster. Oh no, that is a disaster, by the way. Oh no. Oh no. Dear. Ah, sugar. That's going the wrong way. Oh no. Oh, sugar. Wait, whoa. Oh no. No! And this is where live videos fall down. So I might have to edit this or I might not. But that's all it needed. That's all it needed. So, sorry about this. How's your day? I'm going to do a bit of Bit of small talk while we're waiting. How is your day? My day's fine, actually. I've had a good morning so far. It's not a bad day outside. It's lovely. Don't know if you can hear somebody mowing their lawn, my neighbour mowing the lawn. Hopefully not. Alright. Move this around. Okay. Let's get the headphones back on and let's swap this back over. Here we are. Right, okay. And we've got this is we have actually got the processing on here. So this is what this sounds like with a little bit of processing. It sounds pretty good as well. So we've got those different options, the exact same sound-wise with the K669D for a lot less than this. So yeah, it's one of these things. It's just one of these things. One thing I will recommend about this microphone is that it is very, very solid. This is going to last a long time. I think that its yoke is very solid as well. Nothing concerned about the construction of this one bit. It's got a mute function there, and it's a little clicky button, and it works really well. You know, and yeah, not a problem. Recommending how well this is made. Not a problem recommending the functionality of this microphone at all. It's just unfortunate that when you put it at the price point that they've put it at, it's got a lot of competition, and that's why it's harder to recommend, because there's a lot of competition out there, and it's that simple. Right, okay, thanks for watching. I know it's been a little bit of a bumpy ride, but yeah, why not? That's what happens when you've got live videos. If you're actually looking, if you want to watch me live, perform live, let me know in the comments. I might actually manage to work that into my schedule where we can actually just go live, as opposed to, recorded live. Let me know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.